Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and we're in the Supra today, and we're out and about because I have 5 closings tomorrow to end the year. So it's a little bit crazy, and I'm just going to drive by each of the properties, make sure they look okay before we sell them. They should be fine, and then make sure the properties we're buying are okay as well. It's always smart to do a walkthrough. At least drive by the properties, make sure they're vacant if they're supposed to be, make sure they haven't burned down, and that kind of thing. So we'll drive by all these properties, show you what we're buying, what we're selling, and of course we'll have the properties we're buying on YouTube soon with a full video on those. And before we get to it, of course, check out investformore.com for much more information on our flips, rentals, being an agent, all that great stuff. We have lots of books, and I have a brand new YouTube channel as well for virtual real estate. So if you guys are interested in that, it's kind of like my new hobby and really fun thing to do. So let's take a look at the first property. All right, so you can see the property over there. That is the one that had the horrible hardwood floors that we were able to save and redo. We bought that flip for $216,000 a few months ago. Probably spent $50,000 in work, another $30,000 to $35,000 other costs, and we listed it for $349,000. Had a cash offer over list price, so sold it very quickly. Just had a couple of inspection requests. We took care of those, and that one will be selling tomorrow. So that was a good flip. Neat property. Of course, we have the before and after videos on YouTube as well. We'll link to below if you want to see those. It was a neat house, so like doing that one. So that's one we're selling tomorrow. Now let's head to another one. We'll go to one we're buying, then we'll go to one we're selling too. All right, so here's one of the houses we are buying. This one was listed for $325,000, I believe. Came out, saw it right away. It's not in bad shape. It's actually a pretty neat house. Just 2 bedrooms up, 1 bathroom, but it has a full basement, 2 more bedrooms, a bathroom. It doesn't have a garage, just those carports, but I have an idea on how to fix that. I think we can give it a garage. It also backs to a park. Actually, a park I used to play basketball at when I was a kid. So that's kind of cool. And it's funny, that's not what we're paying for it. We'll tell you what we pay for it once we buy it. But we've sold 4 or 5 houses in this neighborhood in the last 2 or 3 years. And I think our sales prices have gone from $300,000 to $380,000, and this one we're paying more than $300,000 for, and that's more than we would have sold a flip for a couple of years ago. So the market's been crazy, and there's just almost nothing for sale under $400,000 now. That's nice. We're in Greeley, Colorado, so kind of insane what prices are doing. So I think this one will be worth right around $4,000, maybe even a little more once we're done with it. And like I said, it shouldn't be too bad of a remodel. So we're buying that one tomorrow as well. Again, we'll have a full video of it once we buy it. Here we have rental property number 8, which we are selling. This is a property that I could not decide whether to sell or rent again. Obviously, we're selling it, and I'm 1031 exchanging it into another property that I'm buying in 2 weeks. And that is the 2-story building with apartments on top and a liquor store and a mini mart on the bottom. And we're buying all of it. We're getting the businesses and everything. So that will be interesting and kind of crazy. I'm not sure my office enjoys me doing all this crazy stuff, but we're going to make it work. This one is one I bought in 2013, I think, for about $97,000, $98,000. We fixed it up a little bit, rented it. It was trashed by the tenants at one point. If you remember one of my really bad rentals, this is the one that got trashed the most from tenants who we placed in a property. So usually our tenants are great. Once in a while we have bad ones. This was one of those. We'll have videos to that too. But we listed this for $350,000. Got an offer over list price. A few inspection items, took care of those. And it's selling tomorrow too. This is a 1031 exchange. I don't get any of that money. It all goes into the new property. The proceeds all go towards the new property. And the new property, I'm using a private money loan to finance the rest of it. So I shouldn't have to bring anything, just my brain and our QuickBooks and calculators to try and figure out how to run a store. But the people who own the stores are going to stay on and help us. And we already have someone hired who's going to be the manager and run those. So technically, it shouldn't be too much work on our part. We'll see how that goes. But there you go. That is rental number 8, I think we're selling. And then, yeah, if you're wondering, it is actually supposed to snow this weekend. Maybe more than an inch. That's all we've gotten this year. It's been kind of crazy. So luckily the mountains are absolutely getting dumped on, which is really good for us because that's our source of water. But It would be nice to get just a little bit of snow down here too. All right, so here is another rental property that we're buying this time. So this one is occupied and we're buying it occupied. We can't go inside it for a little while. Maybe I'll do a deep dive on the numbers, why we bought it, financing, rents, cash flow, all of that once I bought it. But it's a house that you can kind of see the back of, the garage, a big garage, and there's another kind of garage that's been turned into another living quarter over there. And it's all zoned industrial, but we can still have a rental property with residences in it. So we're allowed to do residential or industrial, which is nice because people can have a business there. And that's kind of what they have right now. But the total rents for the whole property is about $2,400 a month. The list price on it was $315,000, I think, after lowering the price a whole lot of times. And we are getting it for a little less than that. So we'll talk about that once we bought it. But that's another really interesting property, kind of cool. And maybe we'll show you a little bit of it as we drive by, but they're kind of out in the yard. I don't like filming people, but you can see more of the property right there. And yes, they have a semi right there. So that's the property. Yeah, here's the shop I bought a few years ago. Paid $97,000 for that off Facebook. Or was it? I don't know. In that price range, right around 100. And we've had it rented for about $1,500 a month the entire time, with a few hiccups along the way, but it's just a cinder block building, so really easy to maintain, really easy to repair if things happen. But they do need to clean up their weeds just a little bit. All right, here's the next property we're buying. I got outside and I'm cheating because I walked through this one just to make sure everything is okay, because it's been a while since we've been in this one and it's kind of far away, so I just want to make sure I did a walkthrough. Yep, there's the Supra. And this is one that's listed for $310,000. It also has had the price dropped quite a bit. It'll be a house flip we're buying. And some may recognize that house. That's a flip we did a few years ago right on the corner. So kind of cool to buy one right next to one we already did. And for numbers wise, I think this will be the 13th flip we buy this year. And the one I showed earlier would be the 16th we've sold. So we had a goal to do way more flips than that, but I think we did 15 last year, so we're doing 16 this year, still more than last year, but we're doing bigger and more complicated flips too, so that's kind of played a part in that. But this one, like I said, list price is $310,000. We are not paying that. We'll tell you when we buy it, and then probably be worth over $4,000, right around $4,000, and it doesn't need much work either. So again, we'll have this video on YouTube coming up here soon, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't so you can see this one. All right, so I'm back in the office. We went by all the properties. Everything looks okay. Now I'm trying to make sure I have all my figures right. Checks are all ready for tomorrow to go to all the closings, and everything looks okay. Now, of course, Nikki happens to be in Las Vegas, so she can't double check everything to make sure I do it right, but hopefully I don't mess anything up too bad. Now, one thing I've learned to do over the years, a helpful trick for people who do a lot of investing, I almost never go to closings with the buyer or the seller. If you're going to closings as a seller, it can take an hour for them to sign all their loan docs, do everything, and I prefer to just go in early, sign everything, takes me 5 minutes, get out of there, I'm done. If I had to go to all the closings physically tomorrow, I'd have to go to like 3 different towns, and it would probably take my entire day, where I can go in at 8, sign everything for 4 closings, I believe, at one company, 8:30, go to another one, sign that, I'm done, over with, I can get on with my day. So huge time saver being able to do that. And I even have one company where they'll even deliver me the closing packet to my office. I can sign it, notarize it, send it back to them, but all my notaries right now are not in the office, so we can't do it this time. All right, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Of course, we'll have videos of those houses, those properties coming up here soon. And make sure you subscribe if you have not to see those. We'll have some links below too to some videos of the ones we sold and the rental properties, so you can see some of those as well. And we love it when you like and comment, so please let us know what you think of all this, what's going on, all the craziness in my world right now. And we'll be back with many more videos coming up here soon.